Shares of Hawaiian Air parent Hawaiian Holdings nearly tripled on Monday, while shares of Alaska Air fell by 16%. The move coming after news of Alaska Air's deal to buy the smaller rival, Hawaiian Air. Now joining us to discuss what is the regulatory pushback, or at least what the market seems to think will be on that merger. Peter Mucchetti, he's a partner at Clifford Chance and a former antitrust attorney at the Department of Justice. Let's just ask it straight up. You handicap this deal of happening? You think, what are the chances?
You know, I think the parties have a lot to work with here. This isn't like other transactions that the Justice Department has challenged. Here you have two airlines that, yes, are both on the West Coast. They do serve some of the same routes, but for the large part, they actually serve different routes. The parties themselves are saying they only overlap on about 3% of their transactions. So that really gives the parties the opportunity to say, this transaction is good for passengers because we're going to be a better competitor to the Big Four. We'll have a better loyalty program. We'll achieve efficiencies, and we'll pass on some of those cost savings to passengers. On the other hand, certainly the parties are settling in for a long investigation. They're saying that it's going to be 12 to 18 months before they can close the transaction.
Bill, where do you land on the larger picture of consolidation in the airline business? I don't know if there was a fascinating piece. Tim Wu, who's been on the program many times, had an op-ed in the New York Times just yesterday, I think, in the last 48 hours, and made a very compelling argument that there has been too much consolidation in the airline business, that even though prices maybe on an inflation-adjusted basis have either remained the same or even gone down, that when you factor in service, when you factor in the size of the seats, when you factor in what you used to get, the fact that you could bring your luggage with you, all of those things have made it worse. Do you agree or disagree?
Well, absolutely. There's a lot of concern in the airline industry. You've got the Big Four, United, American, Delta, and Southwest, and there has been consolidation across the decades. U.S. Airways, American Airlines was a big transaction, and all of these transactions are highly scrutinized. Tim Wu, very influential in antitrust circles, and certainly you see the Biden administration being very aggressive in merger enforcement. In fact, right now, a trial is wrapping up in Boston where the Justice Department is challenging JetBlue's proposed acquisition of Spirit Airlines, and that's because there is this concern. But what Alaska and Hawaiian are going to say is, our transaction is not like all those other transactions. You've got to look at the specific facts and where we operate, and that's certainly what the Justice Department will do, along with the State Attorney General.
Right. So in terms of the thinking, though, there's one element, which is the toothpaste is out of the tube, meaning there's been so much consolidation, you almost need to allow even more consolidation to happen to make it more competitive, if you will. And then there's another view that you just can't let even one more of these deals go through because you're only going to make it worse.
Those are exactly the issues, and that's why antitrust is so complex, is because you do have these two pulling considerations. On the one hand, with fewer airlines, that is less competition. That's one less platform that's out there for consumers to choose. But on the other hand, there are synergies that come along with these transactions. The merging parties say they're expecting to realize about $235 million worth of efficiencies because of their transaction. And so that's the give and take that the reviewing agencies need to look at when they're going to determine overall whether this transaction will help or harm consumers. And they'll take a long time to do that.
Peter, last question for you. As you've been talking to lots of different companies, not just thinking about the airline space right now, but as companies think about making deals in an election year, which of course is coming, is there a wait and see attitude? I mean, clearly these folks are moving ahead. Is there a view, get it in the hopper and we'll see what happens in 24? And I don't know if you think different administrations for things like airlines, which is sort of a very popular, almost populist approach, it may not matter who the president of the United States is.
I would say, generally speaking, we've seen more continuity in antitrust enforcement across administrations rather than differences. And certainly when you look at the the amount of deals that have happened in the past decade or so, really regardless of who the president is, there does seem to be a continuous flow of transactions. This current administration is very aggressive on merger enforcement, but having said that, many deals are still going through, and so you certainly see a number of companies looking to merge or acquire other companies.